Coming through, incoming, announced a team of paramedics as they wheeled a gurney past the sliding front doors of the hospital main lobby. Unknown female, apparent trauma to the chest, open sternum fracture, deep lacerations. I think she's leaking bone marrow, he declared, noting the thick, grainy red substance pooling in the center of the woman's exposed breastbone. We need a doctor quick! She's turning blue! There are no breathing sounds coming from the left side of her chest, yelled another paramedic. Bring her here, instructed Aaron Simpkins, indicating a makeshift ER cubicle. She met the gurney and began physically assessing the woman lying on it. Aaron quickly palpated the woman's chest and abdomen with her hand, thumping the four body quadrants as she listened for different organ sounds. The patient had several internal injuries. The cardiothoracic surgeon was concerned about the woman's heart, liver, spleen, and any apparent internal bleeding. The young patient was indeed leaking bone marrow, that vital substance found inside bones that produce red blood cells, white blood cells, and stem cells. A fleshy flap of skin from the chest wound kept sucking more air into the thoracic cavity, which made it very difficult for the woman to breathe. We need a transfer. We need her on the gurney right away, ordered Dr. Aaron Simpkins. On the count of 3, she instructed, and began to count. The woman protested at being moved. No, stop it, y'all. That hurts. She tried to scream and attempted to thrash about, but she was extremely weak. We know it does, but we're going to make it stop, said Aaron, looking around the chaotic room and searching for any available nurse. Nurse Julie, can you help me? I want this patient given an intramuscular injection of morphine. Then start a morph drip. I need to insert a tube quickly into her chest. There is air in her pleural cavity, and she has one collapsed lung. The surgeon slid an oxygen mask over the patient's face. The woman continued to fight her. I'm here, Dr. Simpkins, said Julie, taking the place of one of the paramedics. I'll start the IV and get that incubation tray. We're out of here, shouted the paramedics, backing away from the cubicle. You'll be seeing us a lot sooner. Just wait a bit. There are more injuries and emergencies on the way. Aaron Simpkins barely heard them as she grabbed scissors from a nearby portable tray and began cutting away the clothing encasing the woman's chest. She wiped the area down with betadine and gently began to count the intercostal spaces between her patient's ribs. When she reached the 4th space, the cardiothoracic surgeon reached for a scalpel, made an incision at the side of the patient's chest, and inserted a tube. The nurse assisted the doctor rapidly, handing out the necessary medical supplies for the procedure. Both women moved skillfully to drain the air and fluid from the young woman's lungs. Call OR. Let them know we have another case coming up. It's critical, said Aaron, as she noted the rise and fall movement of the patient's chest on the left side. The incubation was working. It was removing the air from the woman's chest, but the cardiothoracic surgeon could only imagine the full extent of the woman's internal injuries.